Remember how Sui 2x'd on the launch of the Grayscale Trust? Well, guess what? Grayscale said they're gonna do it again, and they've got a bunch of different cryptos to consider. I've got that list, I'm gonna share it with you.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
And you know we're gonna talk XRP, XLM price action, because we got Swell and Meridian happening. But before the crypto juicy news, and seriously, no BS articles, this is hot. We're going to get into your comments first. Hot, spicy, relevant. Maybe I'll share in the beginning of the next video. Logs Don says, big stellar news at Meridian today with Stripe and MasterCard worth looking into. I did look into it, but I might be afraid that it's going to be a nothing burger price-wise. I mean, I get it. And trust me, we all love partnerships. We all love all the cool new building and the tech. But what does it come down to? It's W's, and W's is price action. But yes, I will be doing a video on it separately. Sparkwater says, that's some damning news on XP. I hope Brad knows something we don't. And that's the reason he's releasing more tokens. But what the SEC doing is criminal. After all this is done, more things will come out about Gary and nothing will happen. Seriously, Gary will not get in trouble. And do you remember all those channels out there that told you, oh, dude, Gary's gonna get fired. Oh, Gary, this, Nothing happened. Gramps D63 says, come on, man. We've all had some fun with the frisky 4 or 5 once or twice. Yeah. Let's not make a habit of slumming it, everyone. Bitcoin's in at 66,594, while ETH is 2567. BNB is close to 600 at 589, and you should be hitting that subscribe button because once it hits 600, again, action. Sol at 152, XRP at 53.8, XLM sitting at 9.2, Sui pulling back quite a bit. Rumors of insider trading. Then what happened was, right, like insiders selling it out. Then what happened was they find out, well, wait a minute. Was this like an investment firm, a dev team selling out? Yeah, because it's about making profits. If you doubled your money and think, sweet, okay, I'm gonna show you something real quick. Do you see this meteoric rise right here? You see this big pump right there on Sui? That's all because Grayscale launched a Sui trust, and that just sparked the whole freaking thing off. So do you think one of your cryptos is on the list? Jesus, I can't even talk today. Grayscale puts Doge, WorldCoin, and others on a list of 35 potential crypto products. Crypto asset manager Grayscale's added 35 additional altcoins. And in October 10th blog post, Grayscale broke down its list of prospective tokens into 5 categories: currencies, smart contract platforms, financials, culture, and utilities. All right, let's take a look at the list. And as always, any article you see in this video, along with all the others, will be linked in the description below. The reason this is exciting, the reason this is super breaking big news, is because think of all the people that 2x their money on Sui, and how much would you like to 2x your news? So it's like, okay, are we going to get the same effect with the next one that's being launched by Grayscale? How many are they going to launch? One of them yours? Let's find out. As a leading crypto-focused asset manager, introducing investors to a diverse array of investable digital assets is an important part of our mission. Accordingly, we're excited to share this list of assets for under consideration for inclusion in future Grayscale investment products, along with an up-to-date list of assets that are already part of it, okay? So there's going to be 2 columns. On the left, it's going to be products that are already theirs. On the right, it's going to be what they're considering in the sector. We're going to go through all these sectors and what's being added or considered to be added. For the currency sector, you've already got Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, XLM, XRP, and Zcash. Assets under consideration, Caspa. Got a lot of Caspa fans in the house. On the smart contract platform list, they already have Avalanche, ADA, ETH, Ethereum Classic, Zen, Near, Dot, Sol, Stacks, and Sui. And we talked about Sui in that big pump. Who they're considering. Look at this now. So on the smart contract platform, you got to remember, smart contracts aren't things that like are all new or all groundbreaking. There's a lot of players in this, but there's also a lot of money involved. Who they're considering: Aptos, Arbitum. I know some people out there are fans of it. Celestia, CeeLo, Core, Cosmos, ICP, Mantle, Metis, Neon, Optimism, Powell, Say, Starknet, Toncoin, Trons, TRX. In the financial sector, and so far, let me know down below if any of yours are on this list that you hold that could be considered for products next, because this is exciting news. In the financial sector, Aave, Maker, DAO, Synthetics, Uniswap, those are all part of it. Then you're talking about Arrow, Athena, Injective Protocol, Jupiter. I know a lot of people like that action. Mantra, Ondo Finance, Pendle, and Thorchain. Oh, do we got any Thorchain Rune fans in the house? For consumer and culture, this is a very interesting category, very small, but BAT. There were a lot of big BAT fans a few years ago. Decentraland as well. Those are the ones that are included. What they're considering, Doge and Immutable. Could you imagine that, Doge fans? A trust for Doge, that I think that could gain a lot of volume. Last sectors, utilities, and service. And again, comment down below if any of yours are listed. These are the ones that are already part of it, and I'm going to go after the ones that are considered. You got Bitensor, Chainlink, Filecoin, Lido DAO, LivePeer, Render the Graph. What are they considering? Akash, Arweave, Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. Remember, that was that group of AI companies that came together. Helium, Pyth, Uma Project, VeChain, and WorldCoin, rounding it out. All right, so now let's talk about price action, XRP, XM. You got two things going on. You got a little swell action, you got a little Meridian action. And right now, yes, there's announcements flying left and right, but we want to know how these cryptos stack up because it all comes down to price action. That's why I brought up SWI at the beginning. Because it's like, yo, people made some big money. Look at it, 50 cents. August 6th. You're talking like 2 months later, 4xing from that move if you were able to buy that low. That is crazy. So there are pumps out there. There are things that are moving. By the way, SWI's volume, 1.4 billion. XRP's 1.3 billion and XLM 70 million. You notice a big difference right there? Yeah, it's volume. Grayscale wants to launch new products that are hot, juicy, and bring a lot of volume because it means bringing a lot of money to them. And if you're part of the in crowd, well, then you are good to go. Over the last 7 days, all right, we see a lot of green up on the screen, but listen to some of these year-to-date numbers, all right, because this year has been kind of a wild one. Then we're going to get specific XLM XRP price. Year-to-date, Bitcoin up 57%, ETH up 12%. BNB up 88%, Sol up 50%, XRP down 12%. So out of the top 10, the only one in the red. Doge up 26%, TRX up 47%, Ton up 123%, ADA, whatever the hell you want to call that piece of crap, down 40%. The market has been crapping on ADA. Avalanche down 27%. Well, either way. Wanted to show everyone that there are a lot of big pumpers. I look at PayPay, still up 682% for the year. What about SWI for the year? 160%. XLM, nope, not up 160%. There was a big announcement with MasterCard today. Look on the screen. Did that have any impact on the price? Not a chance in hell. No. I mean, like, does any of that look like big news that broke? No, I don't think so. Now, volume has been super low. Like I stated, under 70 million compared to the likes of SWI XRP where it's 1.3, 1.4 billion. XLM volume has been quiet. Now, this is, I think, the concern here. The concern here for XLM fans is you're sitting there going, okay, dude, Meridian's going on. We should have some juicy action. And you're not even seeing spikes in the volume. Right? Zoom out here on the bottom and you're like, dude, there is like nothing going on with the volume. Like, this is atrocious. And back in the day, XLM was garnering a $500 million in volume, 300 million in volume. So 4, 5, 6, 10x of what you were seeing compared to now volume-wise. So yes, Meridian announcement, juicy price action, not going to happen, girlfriend. Market is moving on. And for those who are like, yeah, but what if Grayscale lists XLM? They already have an XLM trust, and it honestly didn't do anything for it because the market wants hot and new and relevant right now. You always got to be hitting on that drum of being relevant. XRP price has not been hot as well either. Volume is there, which is good because there's always going to be an interest for new products being launched of people wanting to use your action. Now, earlier in the video, there were some comments here, and this comment was, hey, that's some damning news on XRP. I hope Brad knows something we don't know. Yeah, that has to do with the institutional buying. Yeah, it's super little. Like, super little. CoinShares report that came out, 300,000 last week, and then, or 2 weeks ago, and then last week, 1.1 million. That's it. So 2 weeks, only $1.4 million worth of XRP has been bought by institutions. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. But XRP holders also know that a lot of money sits on the sideline because they're waiting for the SEC case. Again, we're still in the mezz zone, right? We're hanging out at the bar. We're dealing with some 5s and 6s. You're like, oh, okay, if I drink a few, we can turn those 5s and 6s into 7 or 8s. But you're like, yeah, it's not happy hour, so those drinks are going to be full price, and I'm in an expensive town while I'm traveling. So XRP price, it's that mezz zone. I mean, it's volume is good. I'm glad volume is pumping back up. That's awesome. I always got to keep things hip and relevant, but price has just been really soft. I mean, we've gotten the floor support, which is awesome, but you're not seeing price movement here with the swell events either. And that brings me to this part of the video, where not every news bit there is something that's going to lead to juicy price action. It just doesn't work that way. It's even the same way in sports, right? You get a #1 draft pick in the NFL, and it doesn't always yield juicy action right away. Sometimes that stuff has to percolate, it has to grow, it has to mature. Sometimes it's just a complete dud. And that's the risk with crypto, a big risk with crypto, because like I showed you on the Grayscale thing, a lot of players are into the smart contracts, right? So it's not like they're developing anything new. A lot of players are into tokenization. Institutional buying right now is heavy BTC and ETH. Very, very little in the alts. I mean, extremely, extremely small. In fact, I did a video earlier that goes over institutional buying and how much they're buying of like BTC, SOL, XRP, ETH, short Bitcoin, stuff like that. I will have that linked at the end of this video. Check it out. But the story goes is this. What puts W's, what puts butts in the seats and keeps butts in the seats is hot, juicy price action. And you're not getting a swell Meridian pump. I mean, it's still way early, don't get me wrong, but as of right now, we're sitting there going, but that's what we've been talking about, because our expectations were that there wasn't going to be any pump based on this, because it's going to take something even bigger than that, maybe even something like Grayscale launching a potential product. And like I said, comment down below if one of yours that you hold was on that list of potential Grayscale goodies. I've got some more trees to cut in the backyard and maybe some dog brushing. Got to make sure that they're nice and clean. And, you know, we've been playing in the woods and stuff. So I'll catch you all cool cats later. Check out that video. And as always, choo-choo bitches.